So there's a TMZ video that's gone somewhat viral about Jonathan Majors' disappointment and heartbreak after learning that Robert Downey Jr. will be returning to the MCU as the new major baddie Doctor Doom for upcoming films Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars, which came about after Marvel's Kang Dynasty was scrapped altogether due to Majors' legal troubles.
I mean, it was announced that Robert Downey Jr. was, being brought back from Marvel to play Doctor Doom. I mean, it looks like he's replacing your villain, Kang. I mean, are you hurt with the new direction that, Marvel is, going?
Yeah, heartbroken.
You are?
Yeah, of course. Come on. Yeah, of course. I love him. I love Kang.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
Doctor Doom is wicked, though.
I mean, both Robert Downey Jr. and Ezra Miller have had, a history of trouble with, the law and getting arrested for felonies. I mean, you only had a misdemeanor. Do you feel like it's unfair that, you're not being given the same opportunities as them?
I think it's fair that Mr. Downey is being and has been greeted with patience and curiosity and love, and that Mr. Miller's gotten the same treatment. And that they're being allowed to work their art and be creative at that level, It's not. I'm not really. I didn't really get that. So,
Would you want your old role back, your old job back as Kang the Conqueror?
Kang?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I love him. That's why I said I love him. I love Kang. Love Timeless. Love He Who Remains. Love him. If that's what the fans want, if that's what Marvel wants, just roll. Hell yeah.
While I can't fault Marvel/Disney for dumping Majors as a means of damage control, the casting of former felon Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom seems pettier than pivot. Almost like throwing an egg in Majors' face after dealing with an embarrassing situation. So what does Marvel do? Rehire a former criminal in place of an actor who only had misdemeanor charges thrown at him. Nothing against Robert Downey Jr., who was actually the foundation of the MCU. However, his arc was perfectly wrapped in Avengers Endgame. So, why rehire Downey, especially after adhering to his monetary stipulations? While I can name 2 or 3 actors off the bat who would have been more suitable as Victor Von Doom, like say Mads Mikkelsen or Ben Mendelsohn, both who starred in Rogue One, or as I refer to it as the superior Disney Star Wars film, Downey Jr. is more bankable these days, especially after winning for Best Supporting Actor in Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer. Majors, despite his disappointment, had taken the news in stride and kept it moving for the most part. And in hindsight, he realized his biggest mistakes, which cost him the bag. 1, his inflated ego, and 2, his questionable choices in dating, especially when it comes to Grace Jabari, some cray-cray who attacked him first after finding out he was seeing another woman via text. Not to mention how she was seen chasing the actor as if they were filming a stalker slasher film. You just can't make this shit up. This wasn't the first time Disney fired a major player from Marvel as a means of damage control. When disturbing tweets from Guardians of the Galaxy director James Gunn resurfaced, the filmmaker was immediately let go from the franchise and the studio. Years later, he bounced back after his rendition of DC's The Suicide Squad, followed by Peacemaker, so that's when all was forgiven and Gunn eventually returned to Marvel to finish the 3rd and final installment of the Guardians series, and is now running the new DCU. So, yeah, Hollywood loves a good comeback story, but can the same be applied to a once rising star like Jonathan Majors? We shall see. With that said, I wish him the best of luck. Maybe James Gunn can sign him up with DC Studios. Just saying.